Hey guys, so this is my black powder rifle build. The build, including the weapon and the perk cards, one shot to mid-level death claws, maybe even some high-level death claws, and most enemies like mole miners, can't they get one shot every single time, no matter how much damage you do. So let's get right into this. Um, so the build, um, is a VATS build specifically. So you use VATS with this build. Um, these are the strength cards are basically used to carry weight for stuff. So the perception is very important. The tank killer per card, your ranged weapons ignore 40% armor. So it ignores a lot of your armor, so it does more damage to the enemy. Concentrated fire is of course important. You gain more accuracy in damage per every shot. I'm a gold build, so the hunter is essential for long range rifle builds. This depends on how long away your builds are, but you could definitely do this from very far away. Um, Especially if you increase this per card's level, depending. This per card, I talked about this per card in my previous video. Fast fighter. The movement speed you have, 50% of that increases is increased to your reload speed for your gun. So 50% of your bonus of your movement speed is reload speed. That's essential for the rifle's reload speed. These are just life giver, um, skeleton, and ironclad are just used to for protection. Since this build isn't using a power armor build, it isn't using power armor. So having really high level endurance is good, especially since sometimes you will be reloading a little bit longer compared to other guns. So these are all there, but starch genes is very important because, well, everybody, for some, most people know this, but it keeps your mutations. Stringent number is also important for the mutations I have, which I will show. Of course, it increases your teammates. If your teammates have mutations, your mutation effects will be stronger. Net Ordeal is just used to increase your VATS, agility, luck, and perception. It's just used to increase those stats. Um, this is batteries included is for general um, energy weapon storage. First aid is important. And all these perk cards are just general. You could also switch out. These aren't essential to the build, so you could switch these out for other perk cards. I just put them there as they were important for my build. Gunsmith is probably one of the most important for this build. Guns break 50% slower. Black powder weapons, like specifically, break insanely fast, like crazy fast. Um, if you don't have this perk card, they break slower. So in mid battle, when your rifle breaks, it's not bad because you can just switch to another weapon. But if you're focusing on this build specifically, that's not great, is it? If you just break your weapon breaks mid battle with the build you're supposed to be having. Agility and luck are very important in this build. Action Boy and Action Ghoul are very important. They increase your regen for your VATS, so that's really important for this because run out of if you run out of your AP, then you want to regenerate faster. Adrenaline is probably one of the most important for this build, depending on a couple of different perk cards. Um, the more kills you get, the more damage you do. But max 10 kills, so you do like a lot more damage with this rifle the more kills you get. Um, Dodgy and hyper reflexes can be switched out to to what you want. So there could be like other, one of the ones like Enforcer, which gives you more stagger damage and limb damage. If you wanted to focus on staggering limbs, I left it out because you could basically every single time it kills the enemy in one shot. So that doesn't necessarily matter in terms of this build. You could switch it out there if you wanted to. If you don't have like a max level black powder rifle or pistol, then you could use that. Um, Maxing luck and agility are very important because it gives you your crits are insanely strong, and you have more agility to do more powder rifle shots. Better criticals. Of course, that's essential. It does way more damage with your VATS criticals, which is important. For Leaf Clover, the more based on your luck, the more your misses and VATS contribute to your excuse me. Misses and VATS now contribute to a critical meter based on your luck. So the more each miss in VATS, you get more to your critical meter. Class Freak is very important. It reduces the negative effects of mutations that you have. This is very important for your future battles. Junk Shield is hella important because it the more junk you have, specifically 99 junk items in your inventory, it increases your resistances to over 100 for um, like damage resistance and energy resistance specifically, but specifically damage resistance. This per card is very important as a ghoul. When my glow is high, you gain 35% more crit damage in bats, which is increased to by the 100, so it's 135 more crit damage in your crits. So you can imagine why that would one-shot most enemies, and also like one-shot, not just one-shot bosses, of course, but it does insane damage to them compared to other people's builds, which other people's builds are very good, but this does way more crit damage. So this build relies on maxing out luck and agility to get those crits. Um, this one didn't max out. It, crits only consume a certain amount of your meter, so you don't reduce the entire meter to 0. So 70%. So you have like you do crits almost every 3 shots, maybe 2, depending. Um, Now this one I talked about in my last video too. It seems to be bugged, or maybe I was just really unlucky. 36% chance to increase your instantly reload your weapon. So if you were shooting, you shot my black powder rifle, it would instantly reload. There would be no reload animation. So just you would instantly have a bullet in your gun. The problem with this, it doesn't seem to work with me, or maybe just I'm just unlucky. I don't know. Those are the perk cards, but to max out the luck perk card, luck, it gives you 2 more luck perk points, including increasing your luck. So you know, gives you more luck based on your gives you more crit damage, of course. That's what gave me 2 more. So if you go back, I have 13 in luck, so it gives me more perk points to use based on that. Let's see. I also did take 1 for the team. So when I'm on a team, I do 20% more damage, which is very important. Master Infiltrator is just for going around and unlocking, stuff to get loot, which is essential for just going around on the map. Intelligence, that's just a placeholder to get more intelligence points. So your intelligence isn't specific; it's at 9, so it would be 11. If you were to do that, and it gives you a lot of XP with this build too. Of course, you could take out the other per cards that I said earlier to take out. That's not it for the build. Specifically, the effects are important. So mutations, these are very important to this build because it increases your damage. So of an example of this would be Adrenal Reaction. 5% damage increases on each kill, so that also stacks with adrenaline, so that stacks with that. So it doesn't like overtake it, it stacks with both, as far as I know, and I'm sure it does. Carnivore, I use that to get better perks for my meat. I have this gives you more AP, so cooked soft shell meat gives you way more AP, like 40. Death Claw Steak gives me 4. I'll probably go over the Carnivore as a really OP mutation in another video. None of these are too important to the build specifically, but Rad Rat Steak, or there's another wolf. I think it's wolf meat is cooked. This is very important to your build if you want to do more long range battles for perception. Oh yeah. So back to this. Eagle Eyes, as it gives you more crit damage and perception. Basically, realistically, if you used this, including the build and the Rad Rat Steak, or something even better with perception, you could probably like there from farther away, it'd probably be like far away, it'd be like 100% chance to hit your head, an enemy's head, which would be crazy. I haven't tried it out yet with all three. Actually, no, I have, but I don't remember if it worked or not, which I'm pretty sure it does. Um, maybe you try it. I don't fully know. Egghead do increase your intelligence for more XP. Marsupials just increase your carry weight and give me jump height. Jumping higher is also very important for escaping enemies, of course. It gives you, if you're reloading and you're reloading too slow, then yeah, that would be that way. Scaly skin's also important. Um, energy and damage resistance is very important. The one thing I didn't talk about in my Black Powder weapon reload speed video was Speed Demon, which also increased my reload speed. So realistically, if you didn't have the back then in that older video, if you didn't have the Split Thunder effect and this, it'd be insanely slow, even slower than you would imagine. Basically, those are my mutations, which are very important. Um, to be honest, the food isn't too important. Agility increases like squirrel on a stick would be important. Um, I get all these just from my resource collectors, so those over there, I get them all from those. Um, I've been playing for a while. But yes, that seems to be the build. If I forget anything that you see I missed, make sure to comment down below, and hope you guys have a great day.